more can I say?
Top billing.
All right, top billing. Let's get back into this Tiger work right here. So keeping up with what I've been doing, make sure you check out the first couple of parts. I want to be talking about my man Scott Linehan, the passing game coordinator here for LSU, and what he will do with some of these deep vertical passing concepts. I think that he will be very, very good with these particular concepts, and it's what he does best. And remember, he's the passing game coordinator, and that's his specialty. So talking about what he did under other coordinators who have a hand in designing the play calls or have a hand in designing the overall direction of the offense really doesn't mean anything to me. This is when he was able to do what he wanted to do under a defensive coach. So this is his style. And as always, what did I say? You see, he's a spread guy, plus splits, numbers, grips, divider alignments, a lot of stuff dealing with the spread. But if you check this one out right here, this is a cell concept, and it completely fools this 3-deep man under coverage and gets Calvin Johnson soloed up on a post route. I believe you have the tight end flex or one of the tight ends. I think it might be just be an inside receiver running a cell route right here. You have a drive route down here at the bottom, and then you have kind of a submarine flat route, and then this is working off a play action from under center. But check this out, what it does right to the deepest defensive back, the middle field close safety. Play action, deep rollout, one-on-one, Megatron Calvin Johnson. Imagine if that's Jamar Chase. The same exact thing is going to happen in the college game. Too easy. That's what you call a spotlight route, getting your guy, your champion, the ball way out there against somebody who should not be able to compete with him. And we know can't nobody, we're going to have to use a double negative on that one, can't nobody compete with Jamar Chase, period. All right, so look, with this type of levels concept, you're pseudo or essentially flooding the field to one side, and you're getting all the attention to go there. So now look at this. With the cell and the drive and the submarine route underneath, look how much attention is being paid going towards the left side of the defensive formation, including the eyes being peered of the deepest of the deep. Everybody going that way. Then you got one guy kind of splitting the flow of the play in a post route and going the opposite way. So right here, the deepest of the deep is completely fooled. You got a third coverage being had all across the board, 3D coverage. So my man's already out-leveraged. All Matthew Stafford had to do was make sure he put it on him, led him a little bit. This wasn't the best of throws. He could have actually led him a little bit more, but he kind of underthrew it. But still, you're on the one-on-one with a Calvin Johnson, Jamar Chase type. That's pretty much what you're going to get. Look at that. Muscle relaxed him. He lost control of his bowel movements and everything. He's gone. So imagine that. If we're talking about Miles Brennan, a guy with a hose, for absolute hose for an arm, being able to get the ball out on concepts like this, you just got to give him time. So we definitely have to get into that offensive line and seeing what it has working as well with some of the defections from it. All right, so check this one. We're going to have motion to tight, and you're pretty much going to have another post with Calvin Johnson. Remember, he's one of the first people I saw put a freak like Calvin Johnson on the inside a lot, which we've seen from LSU last year, putting Justin Jefferson there with the type of athleticism that he had. You could have used various people in that role, but we've seen Jerry Jeudy and different guys like that play on the inside. But Calvin Johnson on the inside, that's bananas. So maybe you'll see a little bit of a Jamar Chase on the inside sometimes as well, but he's going to be running a post. You got the bottom receiver here running a deep corner route, and I believe you'll have a out route by the motion to tight receiver. But check this out. It's going to be SP Poco, right? So a slide protect post corner route, and it is nasty what happens. Of course, Megatron doing Megatron things. See him slide in the pocket. Stafford steps up in the pocket, gets drilled, throws it in the triple coverage, and Calvin Johnson still comes up with it. Come on, man. This was exciting back then. Of course, it's Calvin Johnson. He got a poke. They need to bring back the poke, man. Gotta poke it. All right, so go back to it. So a lot of things going on here with the motion to tight, slide protection on a rollout. Maybe he could have took the out route initially, but he wanted to take it deep. We know what Matthew Stafford's about, and I believe Miles Brennan has that same type of moxie and makeup. Steps up in the pocket, nothing really open there, but it's Calvin Johnson. You give your guys a chance to make a play if they're special, like Calvin Johnson and Jamar Chase, and that he does. That is crazy. 3 people around him, 4 technically, and he still makes the catch. Let's look at the offensive line with the slide protection, right? Spider. But look at the throat. Ooh, he got nailed. All right, last one right here. 4 verts, but check out what this is, right? It is still 12 personnel. They motion to empty, which LSU does a lot, and Scott Linehan did a lot in Detroit as well. So there's a commonality right there. But look, Reggie Bush out here, the running back, split out going against a safety, and then Calvin Johnson once again on the inside receiver. Like, well, how do you deal with stuff like that, right? So that's just creating matchup issues like you wouldn't believe, especially when you think about LSU's roster. If that's John Emery out there or someone, especially John Emery being out there against a safety backside like that. But obviously, you got to check for Calvin Johnson here. Ooh, varied his rhythm. Stafford put it on him. All right, go back right here. What I like about this is just thinking about John Emery down here with Reggie Bush is this isn't a dummy route. If you get somebody like that who can actually run routes, look at this. Reggie Bush, we knew who could do that, right? He straight breaks the ankles, muscle relaxes the safety. And he's in vogue, or he's in play as well to catch a vertical concept or one of these vertical passes. But he goes for what he knows. But everybody's in play here. There's nothing dummy here. Maybe the underneath route if they absolutely need it, right? But 4 men being released into the formation. That's all they needed for get the spacing of it. So Reggie Bush was open, but it doesn't matter. Right, so there you have it. It should be fun. LSU definitely has the personnel to work these vertical attacks. You talking about Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall, Racey McMath, Trey Palmer, Devontae Lee, Eric Gilbert, John Emery, Tyron Davis-Price, Chris Curry. Everything there, man. Got to see what the offensive line is working with. But with Miles Brennan's arm, come on, man. It should be fun to watch. Also, can't gloss over the fact that Coach Ensminger is still there, and they have a plan of exactly what they want to do, or a blueprint from what they did last season, of being able to add a guy like Scott Linehan in and bring different concepts and different values to work in that manner. And, of course, Coach O. So I bet you people aren't making fun of Coach O now, huh? Right? But with that being said, man, make sure you tell a friend to subscribe, hit the like button and all that jazz. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King, top billing sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.